10 games. 10 challenges. dowolff going up against Trysdyn. We've got 1 hour of this madness, and we will see what happens. Who takes the victory? Who walks away with $1 million? Neither of them. I don't have $1 million to give away. Maybe one of these days. That would be awesome. Who wants to be a Kusogrand3? That sounds gross. Yeah, it does translate to poop. You're right, Dramamine. That's how it goes. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and keep setting everything up to make sure that we are ready, and I'll do the game reveal in just a little bit. Because what 10 games could we possibly have? What insanity awaits the players? Who? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I do know. I actually do know, because I chose these games. Yeah, I know. I feel like I was deceiving you. I'm sorry for the overt deception that you have felt today. But you know what? Deal with it. It's fine. Everyone needs to be deceived every once in a while, you know? Alright, come on. I think it is time. Let's go ahead and reveal the games for today. By the way, if there is somebody who's one of the typical Iron GMs, if you'd like to come and commentate with me, I am welcoming you onto the microphone. But what games await? What do we have here? What's suffering? My English died. Okay, but what suffering awaits them? Well, let's go ahead and pull up the games right now. Bam! As a matter of fact, we have Linus Spacehead from Quattro Adventure, Total Recall, Wait and See, also for the NES, Who Framed Roger Rabbit for Commodore 64. That sprite, okay. The fourth sprite, it's Roger Rabbit. It's hard to tell, okay? It really is. It's Roger Rabbit. 5, Kung Food, okay? Number 6 is The Ooze, 7 is Mulan, 8, Hat Trick for the Atari 7800, 9, Tasmania for Super Nintendo, and 10, Spin Dizzy Worlds for Super Nintendo. These are the 10 games for the day. I hope you are all excited to watch the suffering. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Like, honestly, I love the Gauntlets, and today is no exception, because both Trysdyn and dowolff have done an amazing job so far. They have been strong players, and I think they're going to just continue giving a solid battle throughout today. Yes, they're in the losers bracket. Whoever loses today is eliminated. It's the name of the game. We're at that point where we just have to, do that. So right now, I am just working on making sure that we have everything captured. It looks like Trysdyn's not live yet. Let's go ahead and see about Mr. dowolff. Okay, it looks like dowolff is live right now. dowolff's going to be giving us his audio, so thank you for being willing to do that. Let me go ahead, and I'm not capturing audio right now. I'm just getting everything else ready, making sure that we have things looking good. Okay. And by looking good, I mean as good as possible, you know? An entire hour spent just doing Tasmania. Yeah, y'all ready to vomit? Because that would definitely do it. I think that, honestly, you know, Tasmania is in dowolff's history of games played. I know Trysdyn had played Linus Spacehead for one of the previous Kusogrand3s, so he's got a little bit of experience with that. That's basically all that we used from their past. Okay, and Trysdyn is, as a matter of fact, live right now. Sweetness. Oh my gosh. So I will say, there are some games here that are going to be easier than others. Honestly, you know, one of the things that the challengers will have to think about is what seems like I'll be able to learn during this hour, what seems like it's going to be impossible. Because some of these, I think, will be a lot more difficult than others. I'll go ahead and push that live right now so you can see the current setup. And we'll go ahead and work on getting the audio ready. So thank you, dowolff, for providing the audio. Let me see how it sounds. Very nice. We get some Jam and Genesis tunes to start with. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and chill for a little while. Oh, I love this music, okay? This is great music. I love this music though, it's adorable. Yeah, avoid aliens/penguins. Trysdyn is saying this is pretty jerks and that one of the challenges is impossible. I tend to disagree, but I don't know. I think they're all going to be possible. Okay, we're just wrapping up the final details. It looks like we are going to have somebody hopping in just a little bit. Oh man, I am pumped. Okay, here's the deal. Like, I'm watching Spin Dizzy on Trysdyn's side. I played this game a lot when I was a kid. And I'm excited to see how it goes. Oh my gosh. I'm just chilling right now. They're getting ready. It looks like dowolff has his drink ready. He says drink is ready, palms are sweaty. Yeah, you can see where that's going. I'm not even going to finish that, dowolff. If you are one of the players, go ahead and mute me. Okay, I'm letting them know a little bit about what's happening here. You know what? I'm going to do this. 'Cause simply put, he's been helping a lot. Okay. Okay, cool. I hope that you are all ready because I'm asking if they are good to go. We're just about at the time. Starting time is coming up right now. And we are doing the countdown. Wish them the best of luck, chat. They won't be able to see it, but, you know, wish them luck anyways. Okay. Hello, Mike.
Hello, bro.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I did look at the Gauntlet challenges today, and usually when I'm trying out the Gauntlet challenges, I can usually beat around half of them, or I get kind of interested in. But this one, aside from the ones that I beat myself, I really didn't feel like doing any of them.
Oh, boy.
I got kind of far in Linus Spacehead, but the crab is a jerk.
Yeah, he's a bit of a jerk. Oh wow, I didn't realize wait and see was so quiet compared to everything else. Okay. Yeah, I started the timer a tiny bit late. We'll see if it matters. Okay, it looks like Trysdyn is trying to do Spin Dizzy first, and dowolff is going with Wait and See. So the goal with Spin Dizzy is to beat this level. Essentially, a level is one whole planet. dowolff, the goal is to beat the stage.
Yeah, Spin Dizzy is a game that wouldn't be bad if the perspective wasn't so messed up.
It's a pretty terrible perspective.
I feel like it would be a pretty okay PS1 game, because then the rotation would actually work. And you also set the controls to isometric, which doesn't help, so like,
yeah,
they're all tilted 45 degrees. Trysdyn is doing shockingly well on the hills bit.
Wow, actually, he might finish this challenge, or they might finish this challenge a little bit earlier.
This is the one challenge I didn't think that was that bad until I realized that there was more than one part to the level.
Yeah, Mike, I decided they both have played games super well, so I wanted to push them a little bit with this.
And yeah, so Wait and See is really awful. I've actually played it a little bit. I got up to the second level like you. I didn't really feel like getting much farther. There's double jumping, but it's really weird how it works. Yeah, dowolff seems to have figured it out. You either have to do a straight vertical jump or what he's doing, which is do a tornado, and then you can jump again.
By the way, I do want you to know, Mike, I got them to this stage with as many lives as possible so that they would have 4 chances instead of just like 1 or 2. I feel like it's needed.
Yes. Have you actually beat this stage? Because I got past
No.
the hippo part you were on, but there's like more dumb platforming after this. This stage is really long.
Yeah, I haven't beaten it yet. One of these days I'll do it, Mike.
So how was the viewer's choice game that you had? I didn't really see too much of it.
I love that game, Realm of Impossibility. It's a game from my childhood, and it was really enjoyable to be able to go and actually finish it. Okay, dowolff is actually making some pretty solid progress. I'm glad that it doesn't have a timer. It's like Trysdyn's on the level that has intense timers.
Yeah. So Spin Dizzy's timer is very unforgiving. If you fall off, you lose even more time. They're doing a good job, though. The problem is there's still one more section to the level, and falling off loses fuel. It's like Sword of Sedan. You get told after the fact. And dowolff is now moving on to Mulan.
That's
which is
probably
a
good
smart
choice.
play, because the Wait and See challenge is so hard.
Yeah.
And Mulan, it's an auto-scroller right now.
Don't you love it?
Off,
everyone get your Molins.
B is jump. The opposite of like every other Nintendo Game Boy game that you think of. They flip the buttons. I don't know why they do this. I don't know why they don't let you configure the buttons back to, what you'd want.
Yeah, B is
You
jump.
also have to watch out for the Huns, because it's that scene from Mulan, even though I didn't quite remember the Huns doing all this. I just remembered 1,000 of them attacking the troops.
Yeah,
But in this game, they don't really try to kill you. They're just kind of jerks, and they swipe their arms and try to trip you. They're like playground bullies.
Those Huns. What jerks. Okay, Trysdyn is actually doing pretty well here. Mike, just so you know, I'm adjusting audio so people can hear the music. I know that it's been a little bit quiet for them, so... Okay,
oh, yeah, dowolff's audio is a little bit quiet.
Okay, I think that's gonna work, though.
Okay.
So, yeah...
I think our gauntlets have been, mean, but with some challenges that people can kind of easily beat. I think this might be the gauntlet with the lowest completion so far.
Yeah.
All of the challenges are pretty long if you don't know what you're doing. The ooze is no exception to this. Kung Fu is definitely no exception to this.
Yeah.
And the thing about Kung Fu...
Wait, did dowolff just finish that?
I don't...
No, I think that was a game over.
Yeah, so this is Linus Spacehead. Coconuts are your enemy.
dowolff did complete it. Perfect.
And your hurt box is your entire sprite. And then dowolff is probably going to learn to turn left on the coconuts. But then he's going to learn that you also just have to start running past some of the coconuts, which starts with this one right here. This fourth one. Okay, he learned that pretty well.
Ooh.
He kind of trapped himself there.
Yeah, this level is really difficult when you're first playing it.
He really wants to be a little more patient, if anything.
And there we go, Trysdyn crashing the craft. Honestly, I wouldn't even worry about the fuel too much. I would just worry about finishing the stages. Because It's just, if you fall off a lot, you'll need extra fuel on Trysdyn's side.
Yeah.
Good old Linus.
So you don't have to collect those yellow things, do you? The blinking lights?
No, you don't have to.
Really? That would have made this so much easier.
Well, Mike.
Did Trysdyn just beat the level?
They are on the way. They are almost through.
Okay, they're on the last bit.
I think this is the last one. Knowing the breaks here actually really helps.
This is so brutal. It is worth noting that if you hold wire A, you do move faster. Oh no, Trysdyn's getting messed up by the isometric
Oh my
controls.
goch. Trysdyn, you're right at the end! No!
This is like the simplest part, too! I don't get it!
It happens. Like, it's the chokes, man, okay? They're in front of somebody, and it's a lot easier to get stressed out when you are racing. And also, you know, they do know that dowolff has completed one of the challenges.
Oh, so dowolff did complete Mulan.
Yes. dowolff completed Mulan.
Oh, wow. What a beast.
Mulan is not too difficult if you do it right the first time.
I agree. From what I've seen, I guess I got farther than I did in Mulan. I just thought it was hilarious when that guy swiped me and then I quit. It's probably one I would have actually stuck with more if I was actually, you know, in a Gauntlet race. It's just, you know, I wanted to try out the others. Kung Fu, I can tell you, that took me 2 tries my first time, because that was actually the first time I played through the game. The game gives you 1-ups, and it's still really brutal. And I'll talk a bit more about the game once it's up, and Sharif is correct to, you know, say, oh god, Kung Fu, because it is not a good game.
Yeah, Kung Fu is not the best game in the world.
It's one of those games that's too bad for Kusogrand3, but good for a Gauntlet challenge.
Oh my gosh, Trysdyn, the timer is just ticking. Yeah, there's no time.
Yeah.
Once you learn the run and brake strats for this game, that section is not very difficult.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a brake button when I played.
And
Almacia is correct. The Ooze is a difficult game. It's you know, a lot of people say it's bad, a lot of people like it. It's one of those games with very polarizing.
Yeah, I could see that. dowolff is like,
there's very few people who are like, this game's okay.
Okay, we are on to Tasmania. This is a level. This is one of the games that dowolff actually had earlier on in this tournament.
I think he got up to this stage. And it's worth noting that when I was playing with you, I got up to this stage really fast, and then I could not beat this stage at all.
This stage is very difficult.
Yeah. And this is like the first true choke point in this game. And dowolff is using a good strategy to just reset if he gets hit. I'm not sure why he feels like he has to stay on the course. There's no real reason to stay on the course until you have to collect the chicks.
You know, Trysdyn's going with the strat, do this until I finish it. Oh, is Trysdyn... Yeah, Trysdyn's just loading states. So you can actually rotate the map on this as well with LNR, but it's not really too useful.
It's not useful because then it makes other angles really disorienting. Like, it'll help for like the first part of this section, you know, this first section, but then like you'll just be confused on the parts that were easy for you on the other side. Because the thing is, it doesn't look like it, but you're still just going straight up a ramp in the first section.
Yeah.
But with the way the perspective is, it doesn't look that way.
There are later stages where rotating really helps because you can't see things. As you may have noticed, everybody watching, the perspective is not the best in this game.
And also, the controls are really squirrely. Like, it's really easy to just veer off into a direction.
Yes.
Like, Trysdyn is not drunk, it's just really that hard to control this game. Okay, Trysdyn's doing a pretty good job.
Gosh,
the problem is they have to hurry.
No!
Yeah.
You'd put Taz in the last resort pile, Chris and Keith? Yeah, I mean, most of these are last resort games, though. You know, you have to go with one poison.
I would say one of the challenges that's on the easier side, because I completed it myself, only having played the game 6 years ago, and that being the stage I was stuck on, is Total Recall. Especially since you only have to kill Hat Boomerang Hobo and not beat the stage.
I call him King Hobo, you know?
Oh, okay.
It's like King Hippo, just...
Because even completing the stage afterward isn't too tough once you know how the hobo fight works.
Oh, Trysdyn's got so much time.
It doesn't make sense how difficult it is. Yeah, this is a lot of time for Trysdyn. The problem is they still need to hurry.
I believe this is the last section, though.
It better be. Okay, Trysdyn's making good time.
Good.
Getting no messages about fuel because they're not falling off.
And that
looks like that's it.
That should be it.
Alright, so they're tied. And I have to say, Trysdyn's challenge was tougher than dowolff's.
Yes. They are...
So, even though they're tied, I would say that Trysdyn has an advantage.
For sure. Oh, dowolff is hopping over to Roger Rabbit.
I'm just going to be honest. This is a game that I legitimately do not understand what is happening. Like...
You gotta collect all the paper, okay?
I know that. I still don't understand what's happening.
It's the goal, collect the paper. See, dowolff's doing good.
Yeah. Oh, wow, he is. Do you just hit the button or do you hit the directions?
You just hit the button when you're going around a table. The directions move you between tables. You don't want to get the ink wells. Actually, I don't know if those are necessarily bad. They, like, cause problems.
Yes, they are. Because if you collect the wrong thing, then Roger Rabbit looks like he's been poisoned.
The penguin is just putting more paper down?
Yes, because they're jerks.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, dowolff collected the wrong thing.
That's fine. He's like, nah, I'm not going to do this one. And we've got Total Recall.
So immediately dowolff goes off in the wrong direction because you need the Uzi to complete this level.
Well...
And you need to climb up the right ladder to get the Uzi. I will admit, I guessed correctly when I did this challenge, so that gave me a bit of an advantage. The 1-up does help, because even though you go back to the beginning of this level after you're defeated...
Yeah.
You do keep the Uzi, which saves you a bit of time climbing up that right ladder. It won't help dowolff, but it'll help on a future life. As any good LJN game, the 1-up does not respawn, so he can't, kind of infinitely farm this challenge, quote unquote.
So the goal is to kill the King Hobo down here.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's not too difficult to get to him. You just have to be really patient. That bit's a bit irritatingly precise, but once you get used to it, it's not too hard to stay in between the chains.
That face is so good.
I hope dowolff sticks with this one. Okay,
he's going on the right.
He's climbing up the right ladder. Trysdyn made the really tough jumps in Line of Space Head, but then fails on the jump back.
Yeah. Okay, dowolff's got the
Linus
Uzi.
Doesn't seem too bad with patience, but the controls, they're kind of slippery. It's really hard to describe.
Trysdyn jumping to this as well. Good.
And you have to make a ton of precise jumps.
Yeah, Line of Space Head is so incredibly difficult, especially if you've never played it before.
I'm really curious what they're going to do when they fight Boomerang Hat Hobo, or in your words, King Hobo.
Boomerang
Dowolff
Hat
is having
Hobo.
a bit of trouble with the chains.
A bit.
The thing is, you just need to be patient and make sure you're in between them.
Okay, good. Trysdyn has the gun. You know, it's so sad. All these people living down here, and you're just killing them. Arnold.
Yeah, you're not really helping the downtrodden. You're just...
You're just shooting them.
Just being a jerk.
My name is Arnold, and too bad. I'm the hero of the movie.
I think it's Dennis Quaid.
What's that?
Oh, dowolff's trying to rush this too much.
Oh, there's another death.
I want him to just get to the hobo. Okay, dowolff is adopting the strat that he did in his previous round.
that
he did,
could
which
pay
was
off. He's thinking that wait and
trying
see
out
is one of the more doable ones, maybe.
I don't think it is, but sure.
I'm pretty much in the same boat here.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. At least he's sticking with one. It's a better strategy than he had the last Kusogrand, where he kind of went through all the challenges in the first 30 minutes, and then he didn't complete too many until the end, and I think that's what put him at a disadvantage against
I think
Trysdyn.
so, yeah. There's still plenty of time, though. Both players have completed one challenge. I was gonna say, if anybody completes... I think it was...
Okay, so here's King Hobo, Boomerang Hat Hobo, and Trysdyn's probably gonna get wrecked. Because has a very specific weak spot, and it just constantly throws his hat as a boomerang. The Hobo does.
It's so unfair.
And it really is. So what you have to do is that you have to run in, duck, then jump away from the boomerang, and then as you're jumping away, you have to quickly turn towards him, and then fire. It's either right at his head or right below his head to shoot him, and you have to do this at least 10 times.
Oh yeah. Dowolff is getting
like,
good at the double jumps, by the way.
Irritatingly precise. And you feel like this is like some unintended solution, or like you're tassing the game or something when you're doing this, because it's so ridiculous.
But no, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep,
oh, geez.
It's just what you're supposed to do. Originally, the goal was going to be beat this stage, which meant that they would also have to backtrack. Which
okay, we've got hat trick. The goal is to make two goals.
Yeah. There's another solution for the Hobo. That's interesting, Sinori.
I love the music so much.
I'm not gonna lie, I played this one for maybe 30 seconds and I did not want to play it anymore.
Yeah, I can't blame you. It's so hard.
It might be one of the more doable ones. I'm not sure. Okay, so Trysdyn's trying to figure out a weak spot. The problem is Trysdyn is constantly firing above the Hobo's head or at its chest, and they need to fire like right around its chin, basically.
Okay, Dowolff is going with Spin Dizzy Worlds.
Sinori, if there's another solution, you're allowed to spoil it in here because the runners aren't allowed to look at chat anymore.
Yes. I did see Trysdyn get at least one hit in there, so that was good. Okay. Yeah, Dowolff is like, I don't want to play hockey anymore. I'm good.
And the reason why I say this is one of the more doable challenges, Total Recall, is because I was able to do it within my first set of lives with a 1-up. But you know what? Everyone has a different strengths and weaknesses, so
it's true.
I think Trysdyn was grinding for a bit of sodas because they know that they'll have to restart this all over if they lose this time.
Yeah, I do think that Trysdyn has the advantage due to having done Spin Dizzy.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think the sodas... I don't know. You have to grind a lot of sodas to get any health.
Yeah. Like it takes some time. Maybe just taking a little bit of time to do that might be fine. I'm not sure.
Well, Fluffy Squirrel, it might help that I used to play a lot of run and guns, so that experience might help me.
4 sodas per HP square? That is way too much.
It looked more like 4 sodas per half a HP square, which makes it even worse.
Oh, no.
So the thing is, in theory, you should only take about 1 hit once you figure out the strat. The thing is, Trysdyn was doing a pretty good job of dodging. It's the hitting part that they weren't doing a good job of. I feel like Trysdyn's too close. Yeah, you want to be a certain distance. Yeah, they're kind of getting into the pattern, but they have to... Go. Oh, there! A hit! A hit! Okay, that's like at least 2 hits. That's 3. Oh, no, but the problem is, yeah, that's unfortunate. But at least Trysdyn knows how to do the challenge. And I think sticking with it is a smart idea.
I agree there. Okay,
because
dowolff.
Trysdyn almost had it.
Dowolff is starting to get the hang of Spin Dizzy.
Yeah. dowolff is also learning that falling off loses fuel. Yeah, the score is tied right now, but dowolff completed a shorter and probably easier challenge than Trysdyn did. So they are tied. Are we doing a... how are we doing the tiebreaker? The usual, sudden death?
I believe so. Okay, there we go. dowolff has gotten to the fourth section, the last section of this challenge. That's really good. That's
really impressive for only playing Spin Dizzy for a couple of minutes. No, Trysdyn's capture is not cut off slightly at the bottom. There's one screen in this stage that's just cut off slightly on the bottom. Yeah, this screen right here. I don't know why. It just is. Because this is Total Recall. And like any good, movie licensed game, it's a very well-made game. But yes, Cadis, I had the exact same thought when I was playing Total Recall myself. And then I realized it was just the game.
It's a good game. Yeah, I was watching it, like, when both players did it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I captured the whole thing. I think I did.
Yeah, don't worry, you did. So, it's worth noting that I have to give shout-outs to NPC for this state. I came up with the idea, but NPC actually made the progress in the game to actually get to this state. So, shout-outs to him for this state. And Spin Dizzy Worlds is yours, correct?
Yes. I made a few of them this time. Wait and See, Spin Dizzy Worlds. What else? Hat Trick. And Linus Spacehead. So I chose a lot of the
Isn't that only the second stage? Oh, sorry. Isn't that only the second stage of Linus Spacehead, too?
Yep.
Jeez.
Mike!
I mean, I never play the game, so... It is total butts. It's kind of fun to figure out because, like, you're just trying to figure out how the game is trying to troll you.
Oh, yeah. And it's trying.
So it's kind of fun in a puzzle game sort of sense, but it's not a good game at all.
Oh, yeah. The name of the stage is Life's a Beach.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, edgy. Those edgy game
I'm pretty sure that wasn't funny even back in 1990 or whenever the game came out.
You're probably right, yeah. Okay, looks like dowolff just chilling a bit, probably to regain his bearings. I can't blame him. This game is not one of those that the patient, or it challenges even the patient people. Oh,
Trysdyn's trying to exploit the boss, but the boss cannot be exploited.
The boss is too smart.
Yeah. It wouldn't shock me if Trysdyn gives up at this point, but it looks like Trysdyn is trucking on and going with it. dowolff. Once dowolff learns that the controls are isometric, and he seems to be learning that a lot faster than Trysdyn is, I think he'll be able to complete the stage as long as he doesn't delay too much. Oh no!
No, it was right there.
Okay, but now he'll probably be able to complete it in the next couple of tries.
I think so. Oh my gosh, to think that Spin Dizzy is one of the more completable states.
Oh, jeez. I didn't think it was very completable.
Well, too bad. Yeah, I hope you all enjoy the ticking sound that we have through eternity here. It's definitely one of the more playable states, Mike, I would say.
Yeah, Kung Fu is a game that Trysdyn has apparently played, but it was the stage they got stuck on when trying it out for their Kusogrand3 group.
Oh, yeah. Okay, dowolff almost done with Spin Dizzy. Let's see if he can make this rush right here. Oh my gosh.
That's not good.
You gotta go. You gotta go, dowolff.
It's going to be really tight if he makes it. He's not going to make it.
You still technically could if you knew how to rush and break in this game. Honestly, it's really difficult to control, but once you learn how to control well, it's really satisfying.
I can see that, being a high skill floor game. Or I guess I should say high learning curve.
Doesn't
Trysdyn
mean that
kind of
it's a
has the
good
pattern
game.
down. But the problem is they're going to die in one hit.
Can Trysdyn do it?
Oh,
No!
Oh, no!
No!
Trysdyn stood up too
The
early.
king of the hobos!
That boomerang hat, it's too strong.
It's a really strong hat. Got a solid brim there, okay? Reinforced. With steel.
Alright. I don't know what dowolff is trying right now. dowolff was trying to get a little too fancy on the ramp there.
I'm still enjoying how he's doing. It's pretty impressive to see the strategies that he has, though. Falling off loses fuel, Mike. Did you know that?
It does.
It really does.
Thanks, hindsight commentary, inspired by Sword of Sedan.
Yeah, what if they looked at Sword of Sedan and they thought, wow, that's so inspirational.
Yeah, exactly. That's really great. We should teach the players after they make mistakes. They won't feel insulted at all.
Okay, there we go. dowolff, 26 seconds left.
Okay.
dowolff
has a ton of time this time.
Very
Just
possible.
don't do anything fancy. Just make sure you have plenty of momentum.
That's fine.
Okay, that's fine that he fell off.
Okay, dowolff's doing pretty good here.
Yeah. It looks like he'll make it. And that's it. He did it. Trysdyn is on Boomerang Hobo. They're tied. Trysdyn did the challenge.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
So even though they're tied, I think Trysdyn did 2 harder challenges than dowolff did.
Okay, let me go ahead and get those marked. We have Total Recall on Trysdyn's side, and dowolff was able to complete Spin Dizzy Worlds.
Interesting to see that neither player has picked the ooze nor kung fu.
It's true. Like, the ooze, I don't know. I had a hard time controlling. I'm glad that Trysdyn is doing Mulan. This one always makes me happy.
I gave a lot of lives for the ooze challenge. I think you have something like 5 lives, and the default is 3, but I just collected 1-ups along the way. But that doesn't make it any easier, because if you haven't played the ooze up to that point, then you have a big learning curve with all the controls and everything.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Trysdyn's still alive.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, and then Trysdyn's legs were cut off.
It happens, man. Have you ever been snowboarding? That's what happens most of the time. Just lose your legs.
Alright, so dowolff is going for Linus Spacehead, which isn't a bad idea.
Oh, Trysdyn completed it!
Wow. That is such a bad portrait of Mulan.
It's quality. Okay,
Game Boy Color level quality.
Trysdyn's opting for hat trick. All you have to do is make 2 goals. Okay, 2 goals, that's it. And Trysdyn is blue. Okay, so you know Trysdyn's blue, the enemy is red.
Yeah, so has to get in the red goal and not doing so hot so far.
Well, I mean, this game is not the highest quality video game out there.
No. And that is the actual frame rate of the game.
Yes. dowolff opting to go with Tasmania instead of Linus Spacehead. Probably a good call there.
I don't know if that's a good call, but at least he has familiarity with Tasmania. Although I noticed that even though he did really well in all of his other games, he did not do so hot in Tasmania.
Yeah. It's true. I gave them both. Here's the deal. I gave dowolff Tasmania, which was, I think, the first game they played during this tournament. I gave Trysdyn Linus Spacehead, which is one of the games that he played during Kusogrand3, specifically the one that got him eliminated. And I also gave Hat Trick, which nobody ever has played, ever.
Yeah, I think there's a good reason for that.
Oh! Trysdyn, they got a goal. It's okay. It doesn't matter if they get goals on you. You just have to make 2 goals. Trysdyn's going to load a different game, though. I can see it.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Okay, wait and see time.
Oof. I mean, if the ooze and kung fu are not played on stream or just barely touched, we can use them again. So that doesn't mean people dodge them for free.
Yeah, you don't have to be too sad. I'm going to turn Tasmania down because for some reason it's a little bit louder than everything else.
The sound balancing is really awful and the tornado is super loud in that game.
dowolff, one more hit, and he's taking a death. Okay, he's going with a different game.
I think dowolff is in a bit of a crisis right now. Like, not too sure which game to pick. Okay, the ooze. This is 2-1.
Yes.
And you die in one hit in this game, as dowolff demonstrated.
Wow.
But you're more likely to prevent that if your blob is bigger, simply because you have more stuff to attack with. To grab stuff with your blob, you hit the A button. To shoot, to spit, like little projectiles, you hit the C button. And yeah, this start looks about right for someone who's not familiar with the ooze, just plopped into the stage.
Yeah, and I know you made this. You made this state. Have you played a good amount of the ooze before?
I've played a decent amount of the ooze. I think it's fun. It's definitely not the most polished game, but like it's a really interesting concept and I really enjoy it. But it's not a game for everyone because it is very flawed. dowolff is actually making pretty good progress so far. This stage actually isn't too long, but the problem with dowolff's strategy is that he's trying to rush everything, and if you do that, then you might just end up being blasted by the toxic fumes like that, or just end up running into something like you.
Yeah, now this is going to be in GDQ, if I'm not mistaken.
This is not going to be in GDQ.
What? I'm mistaken then. They submitted it. Okay,
yes,
never mind.
It was submitted.
I'm delusional. This was submitted to GDQ back in the day.
Back in the day of September 2018.
About a month ago or so.
Alright, so, Mopey Joe, there are blades that whittle down your slime. There are those little lawn sprinkler looking things that, if they blow in your face, then you die. And the grates will just drain any ooze that you have, so you want to really avoid the grates. And what Glitchless says is correct, although you also want enough ooze to actually be able to have a decent range and grab things, because the more ooze you have, the more range you have in your attack. Although it does make you more unwieldy.
Okay, it looks like dowolff. Was that a game over for dowolff?
No.
Okay.
If it was a game over, then they would not be able to continue the stage.
Gotcha.
I
haven't seen
know if this
dowolff
stage
attack.
has a checkpoint. It has a checkpoint if you do the bonus game, but you don't really want to do the bonus game, for a Gauntlet challenge. I will tell you, with the bonus game, this level took me about 9 or 10 minutes.
Wow.
I wasn't really super trying for speed, though.
Yeah, I would be picking up any ooze that I see anywhere.
Yeah, and Glitchless, that is true. And what dowolff doesn't seem to realize is that some of the switches you hit actively prevent the sprinklers from firing the gas.
Now, one thing
if they're blinking red, they'll fire the gas. If they're green, then you're safe to go through no matter what.
Trysdyn is playing wait and see. Honestly, I gave them 4 lives because you need multiple lives. Simply put, if you take damage from certain things, once you kill enemies, they stay despawned until you reload the state. So killing one enemy with 1 life may actually be worth it. Yeah, and Trysdyn's just reloading the state every time.
Yeah, that is an issue, Glitchless, that dowolff is avoiding the ooze power-ups. He might think they're dangerous or something, but they're really not. They're just...
And we're on to...
there to restore your ooze meter.
Roger Rabbit. Now, dowolff grabbed the thing that makes him freak out, but I don't know if that actually does anything. It just wastes time. If I'm not mistaken.
Wait, what did you say?
Like, he grabbed the really hot drink, and he just freaked out. But I don't think that actually hurts you. It just wastes time.
Oh, okay. It's just the black inkwells that you can't collect. Like that.
Yeah.
And then dowolff remembers what playing Roger Rabbit is like.
He's like, no, I prefer hockey to Roger Rabbit.
You know, I know dowolff is having a hard time focusing, but, like, in this case, it's kind of justified, because all the games are really bad.
They are so bad.
Like, when I looked at this challenge, I'm like, this might be one of the meaner set of challenges that we've had.
Yeah. Oh,
there are shots. Roger can't hold. Oh, I remember that from the movie. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I love that you can get your sticks stuck together in this game in Hat Trick.
I mean, Koal said our previous set of challenges were too nice, which I don't think was the case. I thought they were challenging enough, but...
Well, I guess we made up for that.
I guess we just have to be more cruel. I know he was very sad that we cut down his Rad Gravity challenge to something more manageable.
He was so sad.
I know. But wasn't it like 3 times as long?
Yeah, it was really long. Yeah, the thing is, like, I'm watching... I wanted to give them 2 goals on this game so that if they accidentally got a goal, it would totally, like, you couldn't pass this just on a fluke. You would have to, like, make sure that you actually had skill.
Oh, for Hat Trick?
For Hat Trick, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really get how the game works. It seems like one of the button moves your goalie or makes you switch between the two.
Both of the buttons shoot. You actually control both characters at the same time. Whenever you see dowolff push down, the goalie and the player character move. Dowolff...
Oh, that's why it was so confusing.
Yep. Woo-woo. So yeah, you control both at the same time. dowolff got a goal!
Wow!
Holy crap!
Okay, all dowolff needs to do is score another goal. Now you put this game in expert difficulty.
There he goes! He got it!
dowolff, the expert!
Wow!
That means they're tied again. I love how no one's touching Kung Fu. They're like, this is Link's, it's guaranteed to be crap, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, that was so cool. He figured that out. Honestly, I'm shocked because, Mike, I gave it, but I didn't manage to score any goals. I figured it would be fun to see if they could figure it out, and someone figured it out!
Yeah. So, to go in a little more detail over Kung Fu, since I'm not sure if anyone's going to play it, since we're more than halfway through the match and no one's touched it, the reason why... I know Trysdyn tried it out and never gave it out because it was too boring, and I agreed with Trysdyn, just because, like...
Ooh, the coconuts.
It's a beat 'em up with a very limited moveset, and it gets really repetitive. It's also and because it's so samey, it's also hard to tell progress at times, because you see a lot of, the same enemy over and over again, and it's just really bad.
Yeah, so those who are
So it's perfect for Gauntlet in that case, because you only have to do one level.
For those who are new here, the goal is essentially complete as many of these challenges as possible in an hour. Trysdyn has learned, by the way, that enemies stay despawned if you kill them, so that's good. Including the stupid pineapple bombs. I'm not sure why the pineapples are bombs, but they are.
Yeah, I don't know. DD Fire Crew Escape is just so bad.
I love this game. I love all the games, Mike. This Gauntlet is so cruel.
It is very mean.
You might be right
about your estimate of no one beating more than 3 or 4 games in the Gauntlet.
I told you. I also gave them a fair warning that I think this is the hardest Gauntlet that we've given.
I would agree with that.
I think the very first Gauntlet that we made for Kusogrand3, actually, they beat all of the challenges in about half an hour. And we're like, wow, that is not fun.
Oh, well, I think, no one's beaten all of our challenges within the hour, so I think we've done a fine job of providing enough crap for people to wade through.
Yeah, the thing is, it's equal for them. Which is the hardest game according to us two? I'm thinking, for me...
Mopey Joe says, at least Tasmania has some good tunes. If you think this is good tunes, I'm not sure you know what tunes really are then, unless you're talking about Looney Tunes.
Mopey Joe, I'm on your side. Oh, dowolff! I'm trying to think.
The music's not terrible, it's just not very good either.
What would be the hardest challenge in this group? Honestly, I think for new players who haven't played it before, Wait and See is just so difficult because it's bootleg and hard to control.
Okay, that's a fair point, Mopey Joe. Compared to some of the other games, yes, it has tunes. You know what game's soundtrack that actually is pretty good is Linus Spacehead.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I actually like the music on Wait and See, to be honest. Like, it sucks, but the music's good. Yeah, maybe I was a little bit too cruel with Wait and See. I should have given them level 1.
Yeah, you probably should have given a challenge that, at least someone has completed.
Oh, nobody completed the hockey one. We're
yeah, but you made that one up, this morning.
It's okay. Part of this is learning what you feel is going to be passable and what you feel isn't.
That's fair. I did test out all of my challenge states, so I at least completed the ones that I submitted.
Yeah, Linus is really incredibly hard to beat. Trysdyn has to make a blind jump here. There we go, very nice. I just love that this bootleg game has blind jumps, because why wouldn't it? Especially with the crappy jump mechanics that it has. Wow,
okay, so
Trysdyn is doing really well.
Learned a vertical double jump. The problem is, will they be able to learn the tornado double jump? Which is, you jump forward, do a tornado, and then you get another jump. And why you have to do that to get another double jump if you're moving forward, I have no clue. Primitive Pepsi Man. Yes,
okay, let's see what Trysdyn says to do. Oh no, he got eaten by a wolf. That is pretty terrifying.
So Trysdyn has completed 3 challenges, correct?
Yes, and so has
they're
dowolff.
tied.
Trysdyn gets a goal!
Wow. All they need is another goal, and they have plenty of time. They have nearly 2 minutes to do it.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I would give them the goal just to reset the position. Trysdyn did that. Good. Good, good. Oh, that was so close!
Actually, you know what? I lied a bit about I've completed every challenge. This is the Taz challenge I submitted, but I never completed it because I know.
See, I've beaten this stage.
Yeah, because I knew you completed it. That's why.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I completed every challenge except for Tasmania.
Why would I want to complete this challenge?
Oh my gosh, so close, Trysdyn! You almost got the hat trick. Honestly, they're not doing too bad with this challenge. Come on, Trysdyn! Oh my gosh! Oh! Hockey is a hard sport, man.
It is. Especially when you control both the goalie and the forward.
It's like foosball, you know? Except you only have one stick. Oh my gosh. The thing is, Trysdyn is accidentally hitting the button a few times. Oh, down to 13 seconds left.
Question.
Sure.
Is there halftime or not? No, hockey doesn't have halftime. It has 3 periods. Are there periods in this game like in hockey?
No. Why would there be periods? Game over.
Oh, just game over. Just straight up game over. Well, at least it's not ambiguous about it. Reign of Soten, a lot of older hockey games would have you control whoever had the puck. I remember the old NHL games were like that.
Yeah. Ooh, dowolff managing to get quite a few of the Kiwi. I think that because dowolff has played this game quite a bit, it's a fine strat to go with it for a while.
Okay. dowolff is doing pretty well. Let's see if RNG favors him.
RNG...
Well, CarNG did not favor him. And yes, I'm aware that was a miss.
Okay, honestly, with 8 left, usually I think you can get about 3 a minute fairly reliably on this level if you're doing well. So
that's a fair assessment.
He's doing okay with time at this point.
Yeah, and there's a red chickadee if he can grab it. So I couldn't tell if spinning actually helped, like, get to the next bird or not.
Okay, Trysdyn has 1 goal, just gotta get 1 more. Oh no! He's bouncing it back and forth. Or they're bouncing it back and forth. Oh, hockey!
Maybe dowolff got extremely lucky on both of his goals.
Yeah, dowolff definitely got lucky there.
But, okay, dowolff has a pretty decent chance of doing this. 4 left with over 2 minutes left. That looks optimistic, but there's always Tasmania RNG.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been in similar situations, and then the game just didn't want to give me any chickadees to catch.
There we go! Trysdyn got it!
Nice! That means Trysdyn is definitely ahead. However, dowolff can tie, but the issue is, can he collect the last 3 chickadees?
I think
Kiwis.
dowolff will be able to.
Oh! Trysdyn's going for Kung Fu.
Oh, boy.
So Kung Fu is so cheap that they put extra lives in the middle of stages to make sure that you can actually complete the stages. And Trysdyn is using a correct strat. You really want to focus on what's spawning the enemies, because that limits how much you have to kill.
Yes.
That is the strat you have to adopt for the stage.
It's so ugly.
It is so ugly, and also you have to complete this stage fairly fast. The timer is not that forgiving, even though it does start about 7.5 minutes.
Trysdyn
doesn't really want to focus on the carrots because those bags will spawn as many carrots as there is a sprite
infinite.
limit.
They'll just keep coming. Kill the bags.
Oh no, Trysdyn's using the wrong strat.
I think Trysdyn is learning though. There we go.
There we go. Dowolff beat it. And that's that's definitely a longer challenge too. So that's a good one to have on your belt.
Double kung food.
Double kung food. It came down to this.
So how far into the game is this?
This is the second stage.
Oh, okay.
I got up to the third stage and I encountered flying enemies and I just said no.
Yeah, so Dowolff...
As in, you have to, like, jump kick them and stuff, and that just... Perspective and links just does not work out.
Are these, like, ice cream lard men?
I guess. Oh, yeah, so... Oh, no, they're not ice cream, because stage 1 starts in the freezer. This stage is in the fridge.
Sour cream golems? I mean, they could be sour cream golems. Tomatoes!
It could be.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, you gotta crouch kick the tomatoes. So it's worth noting that you can hold forward to attack, do a neutral attack, and do a down attack.
Yeah, it took me a little while to figure out how the down attack worked because...
That's a potato? It looks more like a walnut or something.
I mean, they could be mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I guess they're mashed potatoes. I don't know. They never looked like a potato to me, though. The trick to this game is that even though you get hit a lot, there are a lot of energy power-ups flying around.
Yes.
So you just want to destroy the bags and immediately go with the energy power-up to make sure you maintain your life.
So you don't die.
Yeah. And you really want to do everything as fast as possible because the slower thing you kill everything, the more out of control everything gets.
Yeah, I can see that. It's getting a little intense for Trysdyn. Okay.
Yeah, the health bar is not friendly towards people prone to seizures.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard 2 Lynx defenders so far. That'd be Kuraz19 and Sharif. Sell me on the Lynx. Other than being a great console for Kusogrand3.
Oh, it's a great console for Kusogrand3.
It is.
Whoa, so many carrots. Oh, jeez, okay. Looks like Dowolff taking a second death. Trysdyn is still doing okay with health.
Okay. I'm given 1 game as the counter argument. I don't know if that's enough.
Which game did they get? Chips Challenge?
Yeah, Chips Challenge.
Yeah, because that was totally console exclusive.
Yeah. Okay, Gordo.
Gordo? Yeah, okay, Gordo's probably the best console exclusive game for the Lynx.
Yes. The port of Toki is competent.
That's not the most comforting thing I've heard.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Trysdyn has killed the tomatoes and moving on.
Yeah, so Trysdyn is making pretty good progress.
What?
Oh, that blob form, you can't jump, but you kill stuff really fast. And that has an extra life. Dang. Dana with a counter argument against Chips Challenge.
Yeah, it's true, Dana. My gosh, we're getting really close to the end. We have 5 minutes left, and it might come down to Kung Food, which is kind of gross.
Which is pretty bad. Trysdyn is definitely making better progress in Kung Fu than Dowolff is. Trysdyn seems to have adopted the strategy that I use to beat the level, which is take care of whatever's spawning the enemies first, then take care of the enemies.
I think you have to.
Collect the energy if you need it. That's exactly how it works. You will not be able to dodge every hit. It's not worth trying to dodge every hit. You just want to be as aggressive as possible.
There we go. Trysdyn grabbing a
Playthrough
little
is
energy.
looking like mine when I beat this stage for the first time.
Oh, I guess I can see how you thought those were walnuts. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, the story of Kung Fu is that food is like someone made like a super mutant growth hormone or something to take over the world, and to get rid of it completely they had to freeze it, but they left the freezer open, and so all the food in the freezer and the fridge mutated.
Oh, well, that's bad.
And now they have to, and the protagonist accidentally swallowed the mutagen or whatever, and now they're a somewhat homoerotic version of the Jolly Green Giant.
They swallowed the mutagen? Were they just going around being like, "Hey, this looks dangerous. I better eat it"?
Too well. Why? It's not like I paid very close attention to the plot and lore of Kung Fu.
Well, maybe you should have.
Or maybe I spent as much time as I should have not paying attention to Kung Fu.
You probably made a good choice, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think Trysdyn, if they continue doing this strategy, they may be able to finish this.
Yeah, the only problem with Trysdyn right now is that they are starting to run out of time, but that's what was happening to me when I played the game. Oh, that's the boss.
That's the boss? Oh, he's a big fatty dude.
If they just go totally aggro on the boss, I would say they have enough lives, but I forgot how much damage the boss did.
Holy crap.
Yeah!
This is not okay.
It's not, and oh no, they're constantly in the line of fire. The
boss is dead. It looks like Trysdyn's got it.
That is Kung Fu beaten. Yeah, level 3 is the floor, and don't play it. There's flying enemies. That's all I'll say.
Oh, so yeah, it's dowolff's chance right now. Dowolff really needs to focus. And hopefully, I don't know if there's time for dowolff with Kung Fu, though.
I just looked at how much time is remaining, and no, dowolff actually cannot complete Kung Fu in time.
Oh, man.
Because this level is not short. It takes at least 4 or 5 minutes. And dowolff is not far into this level. But do you want to know what's funny? Trysdyn said that was the level they couldn't complete when they were or that was the level they got up to when they were testing for Kung Fu.
Really?
Oh, now I kind of see how they're potatoes, but the way they're split, they still look more like nuts on the outside.
They do, yeah. But they're more like baked potatoes, you know?
I mean, look at the monstrosity they made with the main character, so I'm not expecting too much out of their sprite work.
Yeah, he's a little hideous, just a bit. Okay, we're starting to get close to the end here, Mike.
Yeah, since dowolff is not switching gears, it looks like he's not going to make it out of this round, unfortunately. That is true. Kung Fu does look a lot like Captain Planet. It would not shock me if they use Captain Planet as a template for Kung Fu.
Oh, boy. Well, Mike, I would like to say that we get to see more of this, but no, we don't, because it's time. Oh my gosh, that was a pretty intense ending. That was super close. Trysdyn managed to defeat Kung Fu right towards the end. And that is what gave them the victory. Although, I'm glad that dowolff was able to get revenge on Tasmania. That is great. Fluffy Squirrel, thank you for the sub. Let's go ahead and see if they're going to jump into voice. Maybe, Mike. What did you think? Were there any surprises for you?
I think I was a little surprised that anyone beat Kung Fu.
Okay.
I mean, I did it, but like, it is a really rough challenge. And honestly, Trysdyn was really close to game overing on Kung Fu.
Yeah, really close. I see dowolff has managed to sneak on in.
Was Kung Fu what he beat in the end, or?
Yeah, that is the game that made the difference.
Yeah.
How close was I? Anywhere near the end at the end of that, or?
You were. I don't remember the farthest you made it in your attempts, but at most you were maybe like halfway through.
Damn, that. Really?
It's a rough game.
Had to be close.
It's a long stage. Like when Trysdyn completed it, they only had a minute and a half or a minute left.
Yep.
Also, how do you beat that crab in Linus?
So that crab, Mike, you were trying that earlier today, right?
Yeah. So what you do is that you hop back to the island on the left, and then you jump back on.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the crab loop. You can do a quasi pixel perfect jump over it, but it's really difficult.
That makes sense. Like, so what, does it despawn? Because I thought I saw it walk backwards.
Yeah,
it doesn't despawn, but I think you can. So I didn't get that far in the challenge because I'm not the one who made it, but like I think you can time your jump so you can jump on the cliffs before the crab gets to you.
Yep. Yeah, so you get it to shuffle on over to the right and then jump on the cliffs over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that crab and had flashbacks to Tuso and immediately switched games.
I mean, that's the one that eliminated you from Kusogrand3, so...
Yeah, I felt like...
You did actually make it out, thanks to Kung Fu.
I'm actually shocked. So, story time. Most of the games I gave out to my group as GM in the group stages were Lynx games, and that was one that almost made the cut but didn't, because I could not beat stage 2.
Oh, well, I just thought it was just kind of boring and awful and like too samey and be kind of hard to track progress, so that's why I wouldn't pick it for Kusogrand3.
Yeah, I felt like everyone would wall on stage 2 because in addition, if you die there, I mean, we had the benefit of save states, but if you die there, you have to start over from the beginning. So
yeah, because the Lynx game, there's no continues.
Yeah.
Righto. So I avoided it, and I got down to when I finished, I think, my 4th goal, and I'm like, 6 of these are impossible. Which one is less impossible?
Which impossible one did I... What were the differences? Which one? Because Kate said we completed 3 of the same, so...
Yeah, let's see.
You completed Tasmania dowolff, and Trysdyn completed Kung Fu and Total Recall.
Yes.
Total Recall just... I should have gone back to Total Recall, I think, because I knew where the gun was. Like,
I want to make that hobo eat his hats. Probably track down whoever wrote the game and make them eat a hat.
The hitboxes on those spikes from the ceilings were just so dumb, I didn't want to deal with them.
Yeah, I can understand that.
You didn't really experience Boomerang Hat Hobo, because you can't just shoot him. He has a very specific weak point, and you have to do this all while dodging his Boomerang Hat.
Yeah, I would say, dowolff, that you... I'm really happy that you got to go back to Tasmania and beat that stage. Isn't that the stage that you got walled on before?
I think I beat it in the end, in that match.
Well, we wanted to give you another shot.
No, that was clearly benevolence from you.
As much benevolence as possible. You know, you both shocked me with Spin Dizzy Worlds, honestly. And dowolff.
I actually kind of like that game. Like, if it didn't have that stupid message the first time you fell off the stage, it would be pretty fun. But I hate that message with every ounce of my soul.
Yeah, it's a dumb message.
Who chose to use the screwed up control state for that? Because that was just me.
Yeah, so I gave you the broken control. It's called advanced. I gave you the advanced controls.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you can either choose default, regular controls where, up is up, down is down, and then you hit the diagonals to go around the diagonals in the isometric world, or you can have isometric style controls, which sets all the cardinal directions as diagonals.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would have been easier if I didn't have to rotate my head, but I played enough old DOS isometric games on the keyboard that I'm just used to it, I guess.
Oh, well, cool.
Yeah, so I played Spin Dizzy about a month ago. I didn't finish it, but I played it, and I played on the basic control scheme. So I had done a couple of those levels before, and it's like, all right, I just do this. Oh, wait, the control is tilted 45 degrees. I can't use my muscle memory. So I thought that playing the game previously would be an advantage, but because you chose poorly with the control scheme, it was a disadvantage.
Because I chose poorly? Come on, that level is called Beginners, Trysdyn.
Then why did you use the advanced control scheme, bro, sent you?
He had to balance it out. He wanted to make it moderate, so he combined advanced with beginner.
Moderates, whatever.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all good. It was a fun match, quote unquote fun.
Yeah,
I
it
really
was
enjoyed
close
the watch.
because I don't think you beat Kung Fu. I think you beat Kung Fu with less than 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was past the 5-minute warning when the
I had
message came in.
actually
There was
never
2 minutes
seen that
left when the
boss.
message came in. I thought we were going into overtime, for sure. But
Yeah, I'd actually never seen that boss before, so when he jumped out and just one-shot me, I was like, well, I'm probably screwed unless I can jump in and just generate him before he can take all my lives, and I think I had 1 life left.
Oh, boy. Yeah, you were super close to getting game over,
Yeah.
Trysdyn. We would have
Yeah,
definitely
I was
gone
worried
into
because you were
overtime.
constantly getting one shot by the boss.
also, was that not technically the end of the stage in Mulan?
It was, I think. We counted it as beaten.
I got
got a
the
cutscene.
screen. Yeah, I got a cutscene, so I figured that was it, and I just exited. Because I jumped on a rope and I grabbed some girl, jumped on a
Oh,
rope.
yeah. Jumping on the rope, that's the end.
Yeah.
You beat that so fast.
It wasn't that bad. You just hold left. You just hold left at its K.
Yeah, that's what I did too. You hold left and you stay on the left side of the screen and actually have time to react to stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember when it first came into Kusogrand3, but the racers then had so much trouble, and maybe because they were on a different difficulty level or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
By the way, I feel sorry for both of you because you both tried wait and see, which is a challenge that, as far as I can tell, no one has beaten and wasn't really tested. So there you go.
I felt like I had a feel for it, and when I thought the level was over, there was more, and I came to this like sand-colored ground, and when I stepped off onto it, it wasn't ground, and I died,
Yeah.
and I just heck this, I'm done.
Yep.
I got so mad I went and beat
I
hockey.
think it's
after
like
That's faster than I got
halfway
on
or
it. but-
2/3.
Oh, God.
that. Yeah, I sunk so much time into that because I felt like if I could just get a feel for the jumps, I'd be able to make it. And then as soon as I stepped off onto the quote-unquote sand and fell off of what turned out to probably be a waterfall, I don't know, I realized that this was a losing proposition.
Yeah, I think
never-
that ended up being the troll game of the day.
Yeah, I figured out in initial button mashing testing how to double jump, and I went, oh, this probably is a good thing that I already know how to double jump. I'll just do this one first, and then that was a mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had the
honestly, I think
benefit of
Trysdyn
knowing
spent more time on that than you did, dowolff.
I mean, once it got the blind jumps where it was dropping inputs when I was trying to do double jumps to make them possible, I just de-hacked with it. So I guess I de-hacked it with it a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Than did.
Oh, Roger Rabbit. I don't think dowolff or myself could actually make Roger move in Roger Rabbit the way we wanted.
dowolff
I
did
think
okay.
I can move him. I can move him just fine. But after a certain amount of time, I just start going ultra fast, and I don't know what triggered that.
Because you drank the ink wells or whatever they are.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Also, I still don't know how I beat that even if I didn't, because once the penguins or whatever they were start coming back out and putting down more plates, it's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I can't pick them up fast enough.
Yeah, it's a little bit... I want to play that a little bit more myself. It's
Yeah, you're
interesting, and it seems like it's doable. It's just because it looks like you lose progress right at the beginning. Whenever the penguins come back out, it gets frustrating. I'm not sure, though. It might be just as long as you pick up enough, eventually they stop placing them down. Dana is the one who knows that pretty darn well.
when it got to the point that we had to call Dana into the setup chat and ask them how to make the game work because I was convinced the game was not functioning, I just decided I'm not going to touch this. If it comes down to this being the final game, I'll take the loss.
Oh boy. Okay, well, I think that I'm about ready. We're gonna go raid somebody. I'm not feeling particularly the best after this. But dowolff, make sure that you hit me up. Again, you can get $25 in Steam games, and if you want Neil Breen's Faithful Findings, send me your address, and I'll ship that out to you. But
I might not, but my roommates have a strange love of bad movies, so
ooh.
someone will enjoy it.
Oh, good. Good. Okay, we're gonna raid Ubda Jr. Do we have a good raid message? Is there anything that... I don't know if any of the games had much text, or any text. Oh, by the way, good job to both of you for beating the hockey game.
Oh god.
The thing from Spin Dizzy, fallen costs fuel, falling consumes fuel, something like that?
Something like that, yeah. Falling...
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and say falling consumes fuel. I like that. Okay, so go tell Ubda that he shouldn't fall because it'll consume fuel. I'll see you all later. Thank you again, dowolff, Trysdyn.
Take care.
Yep. Have a good one.
Yeah, and thank you, Mike, for commentating today.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.